And a very warm welcome along, everybody. Hope everyone is having a fantastic start to the week. Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome into Metal Hammer, Gemma Barnes, and Deadpool over on YouTube. Welcome into Cody on Twitch. I hope everyone's having a fantastic start to their day. If it's just starting, of course, it might be quite some hours old, actually, right now. I have had a very long day, I've got to be honest. I've been up since 4, I've done an awful lot, and I'm knackered. But when has that stopped me streaming in the past? Just look at that 8-hour stream we did the other day. That was an awful lot of fun. Thank you for everybody who popped in during that stream. Today I've decided we're running WALREIN again. I know we've seen it on the channel in the last few months, but I'm very interested to see how it'll fare Unbound, because we did a very good run with it in the pre-rec. So that is the plan for today. We shall have to see how it goes. If we do it quickly, I do have another run waiting in the wings. But we shall have to see where the vibes take us. I might just go over to Twitch for a little bit of a wind down. Anyway, not got too much to talk about pre-stream, so let's get the challenge underway. I hope everything is working just as expected. Should be live on both platforms. We're starting with Powder Snow and Water Gun as our attacking moves, by the way. WALREIN is hopefully going to rip through the game. That is the plan. Hoping for a fairly quick run today. I think it's realistic to expect sub 120 with the right luck. All depends on what happens with certain key trainers. I have just noticed there's a slight error in the learn set. It's not going to affect the challenge. We should have had Encore as well, but we learn it right now. We'd never use it anyway, but I will fix that in the back port. WALREIN is very tanky. Even Chuck, we've got Body Slam. We'll just take a couple of resets if need be. I'm thinking Headbutt into Body Slam there. We'll have Surf. Nah, Ice Ball's not worth it. Ice Ball is very much bait. Rollout, as much as it builds power, it's just not a good move. Now we are weak to Chikorita, which is why I've given the rival Chikorita. It is a very beefy Sea Doggo. Move! Might make a patch that just moves NPCs out of the way. The amount of times we get body blocked by the NPCs is absolutely ludicrous. I'm going to be trying to run a water, a grass, and a fire type this week as well. Fancy doing a bit of type theming around the starters, seeing as we've got Feraligatr coming out in a few days' time. In fact, that might be the next video to come out. I've forgotten my schedule, I've got to be honest. We've got Feraligatr, we've got 2 birds as well this week, actually. We've got Dodrio and not Farfetch'd, Fearow, the other Gen 1 bird beginning with F. Exactly, you do more damage per turn on the higher output moves. And there's always that 10% chance to miss, which is a 10% chance of a 5-turn move. Or up to 5 turns if we don't miss. And that 10% does build up. And we've seen it many times on the channel. The one moment where we need rollout to hit is the one turn it doesn't. You know, we'll just get Sprout Tower out of the way now. We're not supposed to get a Wild Rat. Exactly, there is 0 difference between 85 power and 850 power if the thing's gone down. We'll get Sprout Tower out of the way now, because I'm not learning Flashless at the moment. I need something as a time save up my sleeve when I've optimised the heck out of everything else. Welcome in, Ryu. I hope you're having a fantastic start to your day. I do it for Flash because I'm too much of a wimp to learn Flashless, because I do Flash in 2 places. I don't just do it in Silver Cave, I do it in Rock Tunnel as well for my routing. I have definitely had a day. Had a very important phone call 3 hours ago now. Lasted just over an hour, sapped my energy in a good way. Let's take on Falconer, thank God for that. The overlay works. I was having technical issues with that recording a run earlier. Ice Ball, we're not going to use Growl, we'll have it on the learn set. Goodbye, Pidgeotto. Damageless Falconer Gym. 457 with Sprout Towers, actually ludicrous thinking about it. I discovered an egg. I'll tell you what. We'll do a PP heal. And we'll get the egg. I'm glad they can do video calls. Hopefully it'll mean they'll stop pestering you to go down in person. This is something that very much has to be a phone call. And it will be phone calls semi-regularly for a while. Let's get that super potion. Now, who do we want to battle? Gordon, I suppose, because he's there. First bit of damage in a very long time. I find phone calls stressful as well. I generally do whatever I can to avoid them. Didn't need this heal. Don't know why I'm in here. Let's get out. We'll take on Peter. We rarely take him on challenge runs anymore, but he's got 3 birds. We've got ice-type moves. It would be silly not to, seeing as we've skipped a few trainers en route, and we kind of need the money, honestly. I didn't pick up the bloody Reapel. We're doing this completely repelless. He'll be fine, I hope. See, I've got a headset, which makes phone calls not too bad. It's like being on a Discord call. Level 16 acquired. No encounters, please. We'll take on Mr. Coughing Man. He's fine. He's got no special defense. Oh, it's an Andrew the Sanctuary. We've got to knock it out. Honestly, 2 encounters thus far is not bad for accidental repelless. He might send us the invoice for the battle. Let's pause the timer at 7:25, and we are saying a big thank you to Food Tubes. So thank you, Food Tubes, for being around and supporting the channel for as long as you have. We are going to name this Spearow after you. So Food Tubes, if I can spell. Aha! No Hiker Anthony. Wonderful Hill. 7 repels. 1 quick PP heal. It's a very, very recent thing, Metal Hammer. We're talking like last 5 days, I think I've been catching in the wild instead of getting male Kenya. And we have Psyduck next, and it's a big thank you to Mr. B. Sprout. So Mr. B. Sprout, I will call you B. Sprout here. And Mr. B. Sprout, you know what I think of you. Love you to bits. And on Team Paris, we have Frenchie today. Frenchie 210. So Frenchie, thank you so much for your support as well. It really does mean everything. Let's call this Paris Frenchie. And we will unpause the timer, get blocked by a man, and we'll go into Slowpoke Well. It would be a bit evil. But again, I don't think we're going to have any issues in the upcoming little while. Don't call me a brat, that's mean. I think we must be medium slow, considering the amount of experience points we've got so far. That's the power of special moves against Coughing Line. A battle that can be a 4 or 5 hit for a lot of Pokemon is just a 2 hit. Let's get ourselves into it next gym. I mean, the rival was going to be a joke anyway in this challenge, but thinking of Rival 2 coming up, he's not going to stand a chance. Body Slam, yes please, all of that move, everywhere, all at once. We'll take on Benny, might as well. Benny and his Beedrill line. Thinking about doing the Beedrill line actually at some point, probably in an extra help series. What do we think of the channel reboot, by the way? Are we liking the new series? Oh no, we've been string shot. Whatever shall we do? We'll powder snow the Kakuna. Oh look, you did a whole 10 HP worth of damage, Bugsy. Hope you're proud of that. 953 for the Hive badge. The Hive badge? The Hive badge. Speak proper, Squidge. Let's move on. Rival number 2 time. Goodbye, Ghastly. Goodbye, Bayleaf. Welcome in, Chad. Never apologise for being late. And goodbye, Zubat. Is there anything that can get in our WALREIN's way? Not so far. Should we see if I can do proper Kenya movement? I always call this Farfetch'd Kenya. Should we see if I can do proper Farfetch'd movement? Make my steps align perfectly with a cut tree. Look at that. We'll get ourselves Headbutt, probably teach it around about Whitney. No, we'll teach it now. I kind of want to get rid of Ice Ball. I think it's bait. Let's catch Abra, complete the HM friends. And it's SSJ Derp's time in the spotlight for Abra, so thank you SSJ Derp for being a HM friend of the channel. I will call this Abra after you. Don't have an underscore, so I'm doing a space. And that is HM Friends complete for another challenge. So it's a big thank you to Food Tubes, Mr. B Sprout, Frenchy210, and SSJ Derp. Let's get on with beating some grass-type Pokemon up. Level 22 acquired will do him as well because he's totally weak to anything really. He's not a good trainer. And into Goldenrod we go. Don't need to heal, so we'll skip that for now. Gonna get the bike though. Moving double quick speed. Oh, we've been picnic-a-kimmed. She's got roar, so we'll just water gun to make sure she doesn't roar at us. This guy, Fire Breather Walt, is actually decent to take on. He's got a pair of bumhead fire ducks. Oodles are both regular experience and stat experience. Didn't get waltzed on the way up. We will grab the Quickie Seed today. I need to join the gym. I have put so much bloody weight on this year. I'm very much going boom bada with every step now. I don't want to be going boom bada. I'd rather be going like pew 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 with my footsteps. The less amount of seismic activity I can cause with my footsteps, the better. I used to go to the gym and then I stopped. General lethargy and disdain for the world a few years ago. With everything that was going on back then. Let's reorder these into something sensible. There we go. I should stop drinking the fizzy drinks, but they're kind of delicious, aren't they? I'm the same. I detest all hot drinks, but I very much need caffeine to function. How can I detest tea by virtue of not enjoying the taste in my mouth? Oh yes, Aurora Beam. Not over water gun. Maybe over water gun. Yes, over water gun. I want the chance to freeze if Whitney becomes a little too bad, and we'll get Kimono Girls in a moment. Let's just go into gym now. Alright, so we start off with Last Carry. Goodbye, Last Carry. And this is Whitney. She is the Goldenrod gym leader, a normal type specialist who leads with a Clefairy. We'll body slam the Clefairy. Use Sonic Boom. That's almost close to Clefairy being a bomb. We win. $15.18 for the plain badge. The heat wave is over here in the UK now, but this room is still like an oven. It's still about 26 Celsius in here. I've got sugar-free Coke Zero at the moment, and it's just not the same. Taste of sadness. I feel like people who live in the subtropics are more prepared for the heat compared to living in the UK, where the houses are very much built to keep every last bit of heat in. Oh, not this tit. What's his name? Is it Eggy Greggy, this one? Oh, Eggy Greggy can get in the bin. What do you want, Pidgey? Get out of here. Right, Kimono Girls. We're coming for you. Flareon. You burnt me, you absolute words that I cannot say. Pepsi Max isn't bad. Twitch Squidgy's always trying to come out on YouTube. Yeah, there's very little AC in the UK. Well, I'm not one of... I think it's like 5% of houses have air conditioning. I'm very much not one of those. Wish I was. If I've got the energy, I will do something on Twitch later. Not sure what. We get ourselves Surf. We're going to teach Surf. We're never going to forget Surf. Goodbye, Powder Snow. Ah, 32 is grim. Where are my repulls? There they are. Oh, not you. I drink moo moo milk every day. Who cares, Olivia? Nobody. That's who cares. And what do you want, Norman? You should be in Hoenn. All these people pestering me. I just want to run this Pokemon in peace. And we're out of Body Slam. We will headbutt your salamander. Stop swearing at me, Slowpoke. This is a family-friendly channel. Completely agree. Surf is ridiculously overpowered for the point you get it. I think that about Headbutt as well, though. No, we're not doing you today, Ruth. God's truth. There, Derek, we've drowned your rat. I'll send you the invoice later. We're doing fast accuracy. We're doing safe accuracy, I beg your pardon. Not sure if I've mentioned this in a video yet. But this whole accuracy sequence that we're doing will cost about 8 seconds. Do we learn strength? We do. We might be teaching that depending on moves. No, we won't. We've got Body Slam, actually. No need for strength. We heal in Olivine, by the way. And we're going to be using that as our TP spot. Alright, you've got a Noctowl, haven't you? You used to have a Noctowl. I'm kind of used to the lack of progression now in Johto. It's par for the course. Should probably be using Body Slam on these. We have a Growlithe run, well, an Arcanine run coming up later this week, actually. We're going to be running Hisuian Arcanine. And probably regular Arcanine as well. I'll do the double on that one. Probably going to be Wednesday or Friday for that. I've not decided on order yet. And the other one's likely to be Ludicolo this week. Or I might do an Alolan Raichu at some point as well. Right, we've been up the lighthouse. We're going to take another quick PP heal here. The problem with thinking that's Ryu is it's Game Freak and they will do everything in their power to not have gym leaders change their teams. Oh, we've been Tobied. I was about to ask a daft question. I was about to ask if we'd done Kimono Girls, but of course we have. We've got Surf on the learn set. I feel like every time someone says Game Freak should do something, one of their higher-ups internally screams and then point-blank refuses to do even anything similar to it. This is Rival 3. The rival is bad by this point of the challenge. If we take a reset here, we are doing something very wrong. We did not, in fact, take a reset here. Right, the ferrets have been released. So they're going to be roaming around now. There you go, Parrish. You can smash things with your face now. Aren't you the privileged one? Did I ever teach Flash to that thing? How do I not have the Flash HM? We did Sprout Tower, didn't we? We did do Sprout Tower, didn't we? They just needed an extra... probably even just a month of dev time to make Kanto better than it is. Instead of this very neutered version of Kanto we ended up getting. Oh, I mustn't have taken on the final battle. That was silly of me, wasn't it? I mean, when we get... It doesn't matter anyway, but when we get Fly, we'll have to do a quick reascend of the tower with the timer paused. Nah, there weren't space constraints at all. That's very much an urban legend. There's loads of room on the cartridge. Oh yeah, I got copyright claimed for some Gen 5 music. So I dug out my old, in quotes, legally distinct remixes that I did many, many moons ago. That, by the way, is why we use do safe accuracy, get the mint berry. $8.09 for that split, 23-28 overall. It's happened to me like 6 times already this year. And after the 6th time, you're just like, oh, sod it. We will go for these very weird remixes that I made in a very odd time in my life. Where I was like, I might stream again one day. But I don't want to get copyrighted on Pokémon music, because it was back when Nintendo was doing that whole, you've got to be a Nintendo friend or whatever it was. You know, that ridiculous Nintendo TV thing. I have turned my hand to many things in my life. Music being one of them. Don't know why we're battling Mr. Slowbro Man here. You know what? Why not take on the Gyarados while we're here? Full restore, please. Good afternoon, Kanbei. I hope you're doing very well today. That elixir is pure bait. You should never pick it up. If you need an elixir for Radio Tower, there is a much better one later on. Don't know why we're getting hidden power either. We don't need it. But now we go meow back to Olivine City. You got the day off work? That's not like you. No Swimmer Kaylee for us. Very much muscle memory, like going into the PMC there. We don't want to do that. Who's got the dodgy shot? There we go. You never guess who we're facing next. I like a good Pokemon remix, Cody. Especially of more obscure music. You've got competition in the pun department, Kanbei. That's what it is. If I wasn't a Squidgy, who would I be? Not a clue. Somebody with a sense of taste. Let's get out of here. Why are we doing Jasmine next? As opposed to Chuck. A, because she's free. B, because she's free. C, because she gives us a defense boost. And D, because she's free. She starts off with a Magnemity, which goes away. She then sends out another one because she's not learned a lesson. And finally, she's got a Steelix. Here is That Was Jasmine. We now get a defense boost. That might get us through Chuck. Swimmer Kaylee turned to us then and was like, I swear I saw your twin 2 seconds ago. Body slam the legs. Going up doesn't hurt so much with teleporting. Coming down though, completely different story. There are many, many broken ankles outside Pokemon centers. Or should we teach strength to Psyduck? Probably be a good idea. You can have Surf as well, just in case. I mean, at least 3 p.m., at least 5 p.m.'s, 6 p.m. rather, is only 2.5 hours away for you. It very much feels like thinking through Treacle at the moment today. Here's Chuck. He's our next gym leader. Chuck can get to heck. If he causes any grief anyway. Flinch. Flinch. And goodbye. The old flinch goodbye there for the Storm badge. 29 minutes and 16 seconds. Apparently the ozone layer smells of geraniums. I don't know how true that is. Paddy's Day is St. Patrick's Day, not June, March 17th, I think. I barely have a bruh, let alone a full brain today. It's not so much a public holiday, at least not in the United Kingdom. But it is a celebration day. It's the Saint's Day for St. Patrick. I always wished I loved chemistry more in school, but I've got to be honest, my teacher was a bit of an arsehole, which didn't help. I didn't realise that NI had it off. Right, there's too much reading to do with the timer on. Let's pause for vitamin purposes. Because otherwise I'll stand no chance. Yeah, my chemistry teacher was just a bit of a dick, to be honest. To put it bluntly. Do we learn Shadow Ball? No, we don't. Don't need that. Physics teacher, on the other hand, was absolutely lovely. So I enjoyed physics. Let's get 6 of you. And then... Tiny Mushroom, you've given us enough cash money moolah. Actually, what am I doing? We're going to get 7 calcium. Because now, we're giving them to the wrong Pokemon. We are now maxed out for our calcium vitamins. The only science I was really terrible at as a kid was biology. I just couldn't get into it. It's literally all computers do. It's just everything is maths. It's numbers on top of numbers. I've just realised, because I don't have a playlist of just actual Pokemon music. I just add folders, and I think I've got a couple of non-Pokemon bits of music in that extra folder I've added. So I do apologise if you get some weird-ass remixes coming up of things that are totally unfamiliar. We'll have to see if any come up. I always preferred English over maths. I liked being able to be verbose. Should have picked up Return when we're in the department store. Never mind. Return is only one base power higher. My chemistry teacher, I never liked him from the start. I liked my geography teacher though, until it transpired that those two were in a relationship and got married. The vagueness of English is why I liked it. And I had a brilliant English teacher. Well, multiple brilliant English teachers. The thing is, 1 + 1 will always equal 2. That is just an immutable fact. However, if you want to say a sentence, there are many words you could put in place there that would mean roughly the same thing, and it's your discretion as to which word you use. English literature can go to hell in a handcart. English language, fantastic. I'm only saying I dislike English literature because I am so heavily dyslexic. It is true that most synonymous words are distinct in tone and subtext, but that gives you flexibility because you're always going to have at least 2 tones and subtext that can work in most situations. Welcome in, Paul. I hope you're doing very well this afternoon, evening, I suppose, for you, actually, isn't it? We've been bored of Douglas today. Music was also a passion in my school until I got to GCSE, and they're like, here, a large chunk of your grade is about composition. We're not going to teach you anything about how to compose a song. Good luck. And actually, we're not even going to wish you good luck. We're just going to say, why haven't you done it yet? $35.31 for the Glacier badge. Thank you, Seribot. I went to a selective school as well, so they had every opportunity to nurture the people in my school. They didn't, for the most part. There was some good eggs in there, but the whole education system was, especially for somebody neurodiverse like me, it was just state-sponsored torture in places, honestly. It was teachers' discretion as to which book would be our main book for English literature at GCSE. Mine chose To Kill a Mockingbird. A couple of others did Of Mice and Men. I think it's my English teacher very much encouraged finding your own meaning in whatever you're reading. The author's intention does not necessarily have to be the only meaning of a piece of work. If you find solace and comfort in something that is completely different to how the author intended it, then that is even better. It means that the work hits on more than just one emotional level. And I completely agree with that. This is a very deep conversation, isn't it, actually? Compared to the food talk we normally have. I'm all for it, though. Let's get this elixir. And let us get this nugget as well. We are at 7 badges already. I can't believe how quickly that first half an hour or so, well, first 50 minutes since I clicked go live has gone. That does mean we are going to take a very quick 3-minute break. Need a stretch, need to rehydrate. You can hear my voice going a little bit hoarse already. So I'm going to take a couple of minutes, get myself stretched. Adverts are going to play, so headphone warning. We'll do the capitalisms and then we'll be back for part 2. And we are back. That was the wrong overlay. Here we go. Thank you so much for your patience there. The advert should now be over everywhere, and we are able to continue on. So we've got Radio Tower. Now is a good time to get more into this topic, isn't it? Yeah, exactly. A lot of English classes, at least when it comes to literature, you have to get the right interpretation if you've got the wrong teacher, that is. I think the thing that bugged me the most about school in general, though, at least for my school, they tied your worth as a person to your academic capabilities. And while I was a very academic child, I soon dropped off when I started to fall ill with anemia. And suddenly, as my performance went down in school, the way I was treated also fell off the same cliff. It does also just show that teachers are some of the most important people in the world because they shape a human being's future. If I had different teachers, my passions could lie elsewhere from what they are now. Exactly, the only reward for hard work was, you can do this, we're going to give you more stuff to do. I very much admire anyone who is drawn to the maths and sciences. It's something that a younger me would probably have been drawn towards until the distinct tonal shift of the teaching staff. I actually left our not quite higher education, our college system, sixth form college. I left after the first year and went into vocational work as a croupier as soon as I turned 18, and I do not regret that one bit. Elixir? He barely knows her. Rival full-time. I have bounced around from job to job, Cody, for many, many years. I never really settle on one thing for too long, apart from this YouTube, actually. I have been doing YouTube longer than nearly every other job. Showing my age now, but there was a service called Connections, with an X, who were supposed to give careers advice when I was in school, and they were hot garbage. The only place, and it doesn't exist anymore, so it's never going to be a possibility, the only place I'd go back to would be that casino. Apologies if you're hearing any, like, tummy noises, by the way. I am very much on the old gargly tummy today with my Crohn's. That's why I liked the casino work, Cody. It gave me a foundation in broadcasting where I didn't have to interact with anyone. It was me in front of a blue screen, talking absolute nonsense in the early hours of the morning to about 6 viewers. My tummy is currently trackable on flight radar. That's how jet engine-y it is. It's got its own transponder. When I was much, much younger, I wanted to get into meteorology. The casino was remote gambling Metal Hammer, so there were no people in the actual casino floor. Everybody placed their bets either via a phone number. Nearly said the phone number then. Could have doxed myself. By the phone number or via the website. That phone number is etched in my brain. I will be a very, very old man. And still every so often I'll hear myself saying 0800 and the rest of the numbers. We'll use another elixir at this point. Now we must remember to get return. Oh, we did get return. That's fine. As long as we got it. I am not settled on the vitamins I want. Is there any other crap we can sell? We're never going to use that max ether. Actually, we'll Scamulet coin. Right, one last part of Radio Tower to do, and then we can call it a day there. I like the idea of working as a bus driver. But then I have the bustism. Department of Work and Pensions, government job. Probably the most well-known term for it would be something like Social Security. I worked for them as well during the old virus years. I suppose actually in Germany, and I'm assuming you were born in in 93, if your username's Metal Hammer 1993. So you might just about remember them. The actual job itself was fairly similar to the job that they do on, I think, either 9 Live, or possibly even the shopping channel like Eins, Zwei, Drei. I don't like the London buses. Route masters are a bit ugly. Give me a Plaxton present any day over one of those. And it's at this point in the run, I do want to say an extra special thank you to Kanbei once again. Kanbei is the founding and only member of Team 11212, and honestly I hope it stays that way. I appreciate that for the lion's share of people watching, 9 Live means nothing. I love that Ducky Bolt. It's the best thing to have come out of the fundraising initiative over on Twitch. I lived with my gran as a child, so shopping channels were ingrained as part of day-to-day life. I'm glad I'm not the only one with the bus and train-tism. I have been thinking, actually, of doing a City Bus Manager playthrough on Twitch at some point. But I think it might make my PC cry. My gran loved football, but she didn't want a satellite dish, so she wouldn't pay for Sky. We might have banjaxed ourselves a little bit here. We've got a full restore, it's fine. This is Claire. Claire can be painful. We're hoping she won't be today. Trains can be nice until you get like a rickety 40-odd-year-old train. Rocket past your house. Claire has a truthful team. It's not a good team, but it is not a lying team. You know what? We like that for Claire. All power to her. Neum. Grab the calcium. Good for the old cash money moolah later on. Here is the other 11212 part. I have to deal with Northern Cross Country. Would be a delight in comparison with Northern Rail. Now our true final test before the league is Sprout Tower, because we forgot to get ourselves Flash. We are now qualified to go to the Pokémon League, goodness me. I'm too tall for most things, Ryu. I managed to get concussion via a lighting display in Wilco. I miss Wilco, though, even if they did give me concussion. I reckon it's about this time that we are going to dispose of Headbutt. For context, DB owns a Reaver in the UK. Or at least did at one point. And the less said about the Reaver, the better. I've been on a couple of steam trains. Including those fun little ones you get at the parks, I suppose, playgrounds. The ones which are like a 1/16 scale model. Do we learn Earthquake? We do learn Earthquake. Is Earthquake bait? Probably. Are we going to pick it up anyway? Yes. Although we're not going to teach it yet. Final rival battle. Leads with Sneasel. That goes down to pretty much any move, honestly. We'll surf for the Magneton. Surf for the Haunter. Surf for the Kadabra. Steam trains do have a pungent aroma, don't they? You can definitely tell when one's been by. It smells like a mini power station. What are you doing, Kanbei? Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. So congratulations to Joking Alpaca, to Pokes Z, Reptilla, Laz CDGC, and Red Rio Icy. Apologies for how slowly I read those names out. I've got my glasses on, but even then, I'm squinting at the screen. I think I need to go to the optician. But thank you so much, Kanbei. If you are in chat, please do say thank you to Kanbei as well. It is very much appreciated. And because you're a HM friend for the month, you are able to pick your HM friend team. Now, where were we? What was I doing? Who am I? What is this? We'll buy our 4 floor restores. We probably bought them earlier, didn't we? No, we've got 4. That's fine. Premier League referee has better vision than me. I love the aesthetics of old technology. We are level 51 with 202 HP, holding the Scamulet coin with Aurora Beam, Return, Body Slam and Surf. 123 in attack, 128 in defense, 140 in special attack, 135 in special defense, and 104 in speed. Do remember, those are just the out-of-battle stats. We'll get a big buff in battle, as we'll see now, against Will. He is our first league member, a psychic type specialist, don't you know, who led with Xatu that's gone down. We will body slam... No, we won't. We will return the Jinx to next week. We'll Aurora Beam the Executor. And now we've not got anything too good for this Slowbro. So we're just going to hope for a double Amnesia. Or that works. And then we've got an Aurora Beam for the final Xatu. You mentioning old ships then has got the Titanic in my head. I actually had a family member on the Titanic. Three one-shots with Surf to get us started. Couple of Aurora Beams on the mark. And double team was meaningless there. Koga down. Up next is going to be Bruno. And for Bruno, do you know what we're going to do? We're going to use all 5 of our rare candies. That's fair. The Titanic is fairly modern, last 100 years or so, give or take. If it's not on the learn set list on the left, it does not learn it via level up. That's unfortunately how it works. And in this instance, in Gen 3, we do not learn Ice Beam via level up as a WALREIN, therefore we have to tutor it. The candy wouldn't work, Kanbei, because the candy increases your max HP along with your current HP along with your max HP. Because it just runs through the... I should have used Surf there. It runs through the level up process. You'd think it would learn it naturally, but this is Gen 3 Pokemon, isn't it, Gemma? And you know what they're like with Gen 3. They're just as bad as Gen 2 with the learn sets. People do not give enough grief to Gen 3. There we go. Lance time. Yep, you can use the candy as a revive exactly for that. A lot of my old colleagues at the casino used to work on the cruise ships. They are massive things. You got your wellies. I'm glad you got your wellies, Kanbei. Always good to have you, wellies. Thank you once again, Kanbei, for the 5 gifted memberships that they've disappeared off the top of the chat. Lance was easy. There's a surprise. Yeah, cruise ships are flaming horrendous for the environment. They're bad for human health because they're disease hotspots. They're just not good in general. 5636 for the Hall of Fame. What do you want, Elm? It is Saturday morning, not to be confused with Saturday nights when the air is getting hot. Like you, baby. I'll make you mine. Something to the top. Brain forgetting lyrics there. Ice beam time. Goodbye, Aurora Beam. Hello, Ice Beam. We are keeping the HM friends throughout the league now. Any other crap I want to sell? I'm also doing a lot more vitamin shops than I used to. I'm glad you enjoy the new formats, Chad. I'm having a lot of fun with them. I will be honest, I was a little bit disappointed that the Giraffe Egg video didn't get the reception I wanted it to. But 2 series performing well on their first videos out of 3 is not bad. I've never been on a cruise ship. The new series have definitely breathed a new lease of life. Is red going to be a butt, Cody? Potentially. If we freeze his Snorlax, we are ostensibly guaranteed the win. What is it we're doing today? We're trying to defeat red, hopefully. That's the plan. You mentioned that in the comments, didn't you, Messelhammer? I'm hoping that the different thumbnail colours and the very distinct backgrounds along with the very vocal things that I say at the start of each challenge would make them distinct enough. The Titanic had hopes and dreams of being an ocean liner. Magneton's just bad. As much as I want to meme with sheer cold, we cannot. I will be honest, I do prefer the streams over the prereqs. The extra help is more orange than red, but I will tweak the hue slightly to make it more distinct. I could not say which one out of the Hindenburg and the Titanic is the worst tragedy. Because both are equal in their rights for whoever was affected by them. Also, I'm not sure if you noticed, I've slightly changed the Pokemon pictures on the thumbnails. Thumbnail of this stream has it. $101.31 for Erica's badge. Blimps are cool. Blimps are very cool. My thoughts exactly there, Kanbei. Oh, Janine's title card's updated. I have updated all the images, it's just OBS's cache is not playing ball. I think you might be on a delay there, Anna. Ah, tits. I remember the news coverage of the Costa Concordia. There were certain news outlets calling it a real-life Titanic, which was kind of strange. That Scamtidote's coming in handy. I hope work is going well for you, Anna. Yes, the Concordia, I think, is the one that... I think the captain eventually got charged. Don't take that as fact. I'm fairly certain the captain got into very hot water over his actions. It says a YouTube live stream chat. Typos are encouraged and expected, honestly. We have so much unnecessary crap in this inventory. I think Concordia was 2013. Chesley Sullivan was an absolute legend for being able to land that plane in the middle of the Hudson. I hate Sand Attack. I hate Sand Attack. I've got to be honest, back then I was a bit of a Redditor, so I looked down foolishly on people who used 9gag. 2012, bloody hell. And I just use Reddit for cat pictures. Well, cat pictures and memes. Oh, I still use a third-party app, Kanbei. There are ways around that. And yes, I do have a Reddit addiction so much that I still use third-party apps. I'm on most brain rot sites, to be fair. I love the whole 2012's gonna end the world thing. Like, it was the end of a calendar. Do you know what you do when you get to the end of a calendar? You buy a new bloody one. It's not rocket surgery. Welcome in, Chuck. I hope you're doing well today. They did make a pretty naff disaster film about it, didn't they? Why does it say Unbound in the title? Because we are running with the Unbound rule set. Welcome in, Fakalash. You're not late. The stream is early. Why did I piss away a full restore on that? If you're not sure what the Unbound rule set is, it is in the description. Just because there's a ROM hack as well called Unbound doesn't mean that the word is reserved to just Pokemon Unbound as a rule, as a descriptor for something being unbound. We have had a very restrictive rule set for many years here on the channel, and we are unbinding these Pokemon from said rule set. Don't use Perish Song, you bitch. We can't one-shot this Starmie. $107.23 for Misty. I mean, they wouldn't have had the concept of leap years back in Mayan times. But I don't know enough about the actual Mayan calendar to know if the people's calculations factored in leap years. Perish Song at Misty has cost me more resets than I care to admit. I liked it as well, Cody, when the internet was less centralised than it is now. This is Brock. He's bad. My perception of time in the 2020s is completely off. $109.08 for the Boulder badge. Running about 3 minutes worse than I'd hoped. But then we are on stream and I'm not warmed up. Two more gyms plus the red fight left to come though. Nah, we're skipping 3 drill most of the time now. Especially when I'm on these low, comparatively speaking, times. I want to try and get sub 115 with a lot of Pokemon. Don't think we're going to get sub 115 on this. Sub 120 is still the aim. I know what blue can be like. We are sticking on the leftovers just in case. I also didn't elixir properly. Do we have an ether? We do. There probably are some animals in the Pokemon universe. Three one-shots to get us started is not bad. That's healing range in it. No, maybe not. We did see birds and bugs in the anime, but they've since retconned that. Let's not press the wrong move twice. I need to get a new controller again. 1:11:32, we have one battle left to go. Yeah, everything has either a Discord server or at one point a subreddit, or they've got a community over on Twitter. Both Miltank and Taurus would be red meat, so I wouldn't eat either of them. Not that I'd want to eat any Pokemon anyway, though. The ethical dilemma of eating Pokemon is far too great to get into on stream. I'd like to think that it's all synthetic meat in the Pokemon universe. They clearly do have technologies that we do not have in our own universe. Let's take on Red. I didn't heal, did I? We're mostly going for our special attack, so I'm not too bothered by Charm. Bloody crit and Spadef drop. You've got to be kidding me, Red. Another crit. Scumbag. Let's not say what times are possible because it can get derailed at Red. Why are you not going for Reflect? Because that puts Snorlax in Body Slam range. We've frozen the bear. Unfortunately, we crit, so we can't stall. And we crit the Venusaur, so we can't stall. And we didn't paralyze the Blastoise. If we survive a flamethrower, we win. $115 on the nose. We survived on 10 HP. That could have gone better, could have gone worse. I'm very satisfied by the 0-0 at the end there. Let's see where that plonks us on the leaderboard. Second place. 36 seconds quicker than a pig. 5 minutes quicker than a cow. 7 minutes quicker than a snake. 10 minutes quicker than a bull. And we've already done 6 Unbound runs on stream. I've got to be honest, I really want to run Ursaring again soon. I know we've done it on the channel recently many times. I might just, at the end of some streams, do Ursaring. I don't have a Staraptor backport to do. Unfortunately, if I had a Staraptor backport, I'd consider playing it. We do have enough for a team run. So, quickest and slowest 6 all at once. I like Ursaring. I think we'll probably do that at the end of a run at some point. Let's have a little think of who will run next time. This was today's thumbnail, by the way, in case you missed it. I'm not doing Nidorino yet. I want to dedicate some actual time to the mid-stages. I think we'll probably do this one next time. Ludicolo Unbound. But I am very tired, so I'm going to call it here on YouTube for today. We have a video coming out tomorrow at 2 PM United Kingdom time, so I won't be streaming tomorrow. However, on Wednesday, actually, we're not doing that tomorrow. On Wednesday, rather. On Wednesday, this is what we're doing. We're doing Arcanine on Wednesday. So we'll be doing this one, whose thumbnail I need to update, maybe. And then we'll also be doing this one in a double feature. So Wednesday we've got a slightly bigger stream. But YouTube, this is where we are parting company for the day. If you are leaving me here, a very big thank you for tuning in today. It's been an absolute pleasure as always. I am going to be continuing over on Twitch doing something, not decided what yet. If you do want to join me over on Twitch, there is the link. I will catch you all on Wednesday on YouTube. We do have For Alligator coming out on Tuesday. Might need some extra help for Arcanine at some point. I will catch you all very soon. Thank you for tuning in, everybody.